was your initial reaction when you found out you got that work bid?
I expected it. I mean, it wasn't really too much of a shocker. It was kind of like just nothing to worry about. So when I got it, it was just confirmed what I already knew. So
it's interesting because Coach Dresser said, he considered you're probably kind of going to put on the bubble, in this play tournament. But you didn't feel any of those nerves. Like, I did what I did.
Yeah,
I better be in maybe.
I didn't really. Yeah, no, I didn't really feel no stress about it. I mean, a lot of people, some people were sending me like end of the season texts, but I wasn't worried about it. I knew I had one more left in me.
What was your reaction? You got some of those end of season texts, people thinking that you were done for the year.
I just reassured him. I texted him back. I was like, I'm not done yet. I still got a week left. So
I was gonna say, I hope they were friendly, not like somebody coming like, hey, you're done now.
No, there were some good ones. Yeah.
Was this a spot that you envisioned yourself in back in November?
Probably not. I didn't know I'd come this far, but I guess it's crazy how it works. You just kind of take it day by day, hour by hour, and it just all falls into place, comes together.
What do you think it says about the team for you guys to get as many qualifications as you did with all the injuries this year?
I think regardless of how we look, whether it's the best or the worst, we're gonna put our best foot forward every time, no matter who we have in the lineup or if anything's going on. It's just you got a spot to fill and be the next man up, so be ready.
We've talked a lot this season, like all throughout the steps you've made physically, mentally. Is it something you think about, just how much you've grown in both areas, or is it something you just try to keep doing and something maybe once the season is fully over, you might look back and say, well, how can I replicate that and make it an even bigger ladder?
No, I reflect a lot. I mean, I kind of keep a notebook of just like a journal a lot of just what goes on, how I've been feeling, and I keep that journal. And before Big 12s, before the session started, I just read through it, and it kind of just helps you just take a moment of just to relax and enjoy how far I've came as an individual, and that's what's helped me a lot, just being able to reflect, but also not content with where I'm at or who I am right now.
If you had to describe this season in one word, what would it be?
Oh, hectic, to be honest. Yeah, I wouldn't have. No, if you asked me last year if I would have been in this position, I would have said, "You're crazy" or something like that. But I'm here now, so.
How did it feel competing in your first Big 12 tournament?
It was fun. I mean, going into that tournament, I wasn't really. During the week before that, I was pretty nervous. Whether if I was ready or not. I had a lot of doubts, but it was kind of weird. I mentioned this on the phone yesterday when I was talking to someone, that when I got to the Big 12 tournament, it was like a wave of just relief. I wasn't worried about anything. I knew I was ready. I knew I'd done what I could to be ready for this tournament, and whatever the outcome was, I can't be mad at it because I gave it all I had so far.
What are your emotions now as you head into the NCAA tournament?
Earlier in the week, I was still a little nervous. I was kind of like a little bit of that same as I did for Big 12s, but as the week went on, I kind of just, I just learned how to manage it, how to emotionally channel it and stuff like that. So, right now I just feel really good. I mean, I'm not really too energetic about being ready to leave. I'm kind of just taking it day by day and just enjoying every moment that I have right now. So.
Have any of the more experienced guys filled you in on what it's like to wrestle on this stage or anything like that?
They haven't really filled me in, but I've been asking about it. A lot of the old guys, I asked Bachman a few days ago, and then I asked Kyson earlier today what it was like as fresh or whenever he went. But I kind of just like to hear about it, hear what they thought of the tournament and how it was. But I'll still probably ask about a few more people how it was.
How do you feel about your draw?
About my what?
About your bracket draw?
I feel good. I mean, to me, the seeds never really matter. Rankings to me don't matter. So regardless of where I'm at in the bracket, anytime I step on that mat, I'm going to put my best foot forward and my best effort. So if I do that, I feel like I can compete with anybody in this weight class.
Have you talked with Younger at all about how to wrestle against Ben Keeter?
Yeah, he's given me some pointers, some tips. A lot of the guys have been, a lot of coaches and younger too have been giving me some good tips of just going out there and wrestling him. But I mean, I just have a game plan. I just got to follow it. Every match is a game plan, and if you don't stick to it, who knows what could happen. So.
You mentioned composure. What's your strategy look like when it comes to keeping a level head and being ready for competition?
Just a lot of reassurance before I go out there in the match. I don't really like to listen to music that much if there is some good tournaments. So, I mean, when I'm out there, I just reassure myself that, you know, I prepared for this ever since I was a young kid. Since my dad had me working out all the time, just doing sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, all that stuff. It's all came for this moment, and so there's nothing to be worried about. You know, you lose, the sun rises another day. So.
How have you taken some of those skills from when you were younger into wrestling here at Iowa State?
I wouldn't say it's more skills. It's more habits, I guess. Just habits that my parents mostly have taught me since I was a young kid. Just watching them, you know. I think one thing valuable they've taught me was just, regardless, you just how you're feeling, you get up and you got to push through it. And that's kind of the most valuable thing I've taken from them.